Today we are here to describe two new methods of finishing for Pietra Spaccata. Of course, everything starts with primus, and now I will demonstrate it. Now we proceed to apply Segui il tuo istinto. At this point, we can proceed to the processing of Pietra Spaccata, as we have already seen in many other movie clips. Now is the time for polishing. If you want to make the polishing a bit more easier and softer, here is a tip we can use. The spray. Sprinkle a bit of water on the ridges and the processing will become more simple and soft. Another important use of the spray, if the product breaks open or is torn, you just have to wet it a bit and smooth it in the opposite direction, and the work immediately becomes smooth and looks very nice. Now it is almost dry. One can see white spots. It's time to press down on it very well so as to have the polished surface effect. Here we are. Now Pietra Spaccata is dry, with the smooth parts and the elaborated parts. Here we're going to develop special finishes, refined and even a little sought after. But it all starts with a base of gioia that we're going to apply. 2 applications diluted to 30%. 2 applications, as they are easier when diluted rather than as a single pure passage, so we prefer suggesting this solution. We can proceed. It's already beautiful like this, but let's give it a second coat so to make it completely uniform. So, we use gioia for this Pietra Spaccata. At this point, it does not absorb anymore, and we can proceed to create somewhat special colors. On this part of the panel, we make it simpler, and instead on this part, we make it very creative and artistic, giving you the opportunity to develop what you want in terms of color, although in the sample book you can see different possibilities. So let's start from here. We will apply a color, a gray, and we're going to insert it into the grain. Then with a sponge, we put the color in the holes in the dimpled areas. While we clean with a wet sponge and remove all the surpluses that have instead settled on the smooth side. In this way, we have this depth, this colorful vein. This was easy, a nice gray color. We have this vein in Pietra Spaccata marble. It's white, but there is this gray vein. Now we go towards complexity, that is, a vein of different colors. Here your creativity can take over, but we will give you accurate instructions. Now we show you how to obtain this result. So let's start with the application of this rust color, which is also diluted to 30%. That forms the background for further processing.
Ecco, adesso abbiamo questa bella vena marrone dorata.
Here, now we have this beautiful golden brown vein that looks just great in a Pietra Spaccata. But now we will draw a black vein instead, and here it takes some skill, so a lot of attention. We apply the color, and then with the wet sponge, we remove it in order to give just that aspect of a vein that runs across the wall. It's fabulous, right? Here we enter the world of art. But as you have seen, it's not impossible. It takes some determination, a bit of dedication, and you obtain this truly spectacular vein. However, inside of you there is a desire to do, to create, and experiment. Here is a simple and at the same time tasteful application, while this other application is a bit more complicated but highly creative. Both of these processes are to be finished with vetro, which we always apply with a sponge. We use it pure, but only if it has been manufactured in the last year. Otherwise, we use it diluted. At this point, the wall is completed.
A questo punto questa parete è finita.